And now for an example of bad milk, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to not stretch my milk at all. And as I'm making it, it's going to be really noisy. I like to call it strangling the cat because it sort of sounds similar to, if you could imagine, strangling your cat. So it's going to be really noisy. You've probably heard this sound in cafes before and wondered what it was, and it's really quite loud. So simply I'm going to do everything the same again, but not stretch my milk. Now I mentioned in the first one how important stretching your milk is. If you don't stretch it, you're not going to get that nice mouth feel, that real silky, velvety feel in your mouth that you get from the milk coffees. So simply turn it on, don't stretch at all, just keep the wand deep, and it's starting to get noisy, okay, and it's going to get louder. It's just feeling warm now. Once again, I'm pushing into the soft part of my skin, and it's starting to get really loud. So now we're hot enough. Okay, you've probably all heard that before and wondered what it was. Now my milk has no texture. It's just a watery milk. It's not thick. It's not going to give me that good mouth feel. And when I pour it into the cup, it's just going to be watery. Okay. Now, as we can see, it's still got good coffee colour, but there's no texture. All I can see is milk. There's no foam, nothing. Okay, so that's going to be quite a disappointing coffee for me. What makes a good coffee, first of all, is good flavour. And then the second thing that's really important is that mouth feel. It's got to feel really silky and velvety, and that's what most people don't realise makes a good coffee. Milk coffee, that is. So it's not just the flavour, it's also how it feels in your mouth. Now the third demonstration is going to be overstretched milk. So what I'm going to do now is simply make it too bubbly, and the mouthfeel will be quite dry and coarse. So some people liken this to quite old school type coffee. 15, 20 years ago, this is what we used to do in New Zealand. But nowadays it's all world barista, and our milk has to be really silky and velvety, and it gives us those good patterns on top of the coffee too, makes it look good. So loading the Portafilter again. Every coffee starts with a shot, so shot's still really important. Okay, so now we're going to do a demonstration of overstretched milk. So still prime your steam wand. Okay, cold fresh milk. Now simply I'm going to really stretch my milk as much as I can. I'm going to actually fill my milk right up to the top. Feeling how hot it is. When it's hot, turn it off. As you can see, it's quite bubbly milk, dry, coarse foam. It doesn't shine up or do anything like what we want. And when added to the milk, it's really, really thick, bubbly, and quite ugly looking. So once again, what makes a good coffee? Good flavour, really good mouthfeel, and it needs to look good. So again, to me, that's a bit of a failure.